Um, well, uh, the reason I'm not sure why I made the portfolio, but the reason I made those pictures. I mean, the way there's not a reason, but the way those pictures happened is that I lost my left eye in it's kind of a stroke. Like I lost my vision in my left eye in 1 minute, 2 seconds, or something like that, and it's a kind of stroke, and it's called the central retinal occlusion, and it's not very usual, but it's happened to me. And my left eye was the eye that I used to take pictures my whole life, and I suddenly couldn't take pictures. I don't remember the year, but it was right around the beginning of the year, right around Christmas or New Year's that happened. And I got very upset, and I couldn't take pictures because when I tried to take pictures using my other eye, I just couldn't do it because I had been photographing with my left eye for my whole life. And so for about 6 months, I didn't drive a car, I didn't dare, and I didn't take any pictures, and I was kind of sad. And then I have a camera, a Contax T2, which you don't have to focus. It's automatic. It's a very good camera. And I went to where we have meetings for the Gurdjieff group, and it's a place in Warwick, New York, where we've been working. It's like an old farm. We've been there for 45 years, something like that. At that time, I guess it was about 40 years, and people make gardens and build things and spend days working on the building things and stuff like that. And so it has a kind of quality to it of people having been there and been serious. So there was a meeting every Friday at 8 o'clock, and so in June, so that would be about 6 months after I lost my eye, and I was going to the meetings, which were at 8 o'clock, and then that's about when it gets dark in June, and so I would go there about 7:30, get there a little early, and just walk around and look at things, and kind of get a feeling for how my vision was with my other eye, with my right eye. And then I just started taking pictures with that Contax camera, and I started to look at things in a kind of different way. I started to feel a kind of reverent gratitude for the fact that I could still see with my other eye. And I started just taking pictures of very small things, like just the gardens, and I love that time of day when it's just getting dark. I think there's something really beautiful about that time of day. I call it the golden hours. The golden hour. It's about a half an hour when the light seems to be coming from the objects you're looking at, which of course is not true technically, but it has that feeling that everything has its own light. And there's a painter named Hans Memling, who's a Dutch painter from a long time ago. I don't know his dates exactly, like 1600 or before that even. And he does these portraits where the people seem to be glowing. They seem to be their own light. And I started to see these little just piles of dirt or a stump of a tree or just nothing very special, just very ordinary, natural stuff, a fence. And I just started taking pictures of them. And every Friday I would go to the meeting, and I would just go a half an hour early and walk around and take pictures. And it was what got me back into being able to photograph after I lost my eye. And I kept thinking about, what if I never saw things again? This would be the last things I'd ever see. And that's what became that little piece of writing I did. Anyway, I did that for a while, and then I started to photograph again with my Leica, and I got used to photographing with my right eye, and I kind of got back to the way I used to be, photographing just almost every day, just taking pictures of everything. And but that set of pictures remained kind of special. They had a kind of reverence to me. So I printed them, and it turned out there were about 12 that I really loved, and then I just had them as a group, and then one of my dear friends, Kate, said that she knew a portfolio maker in New York who did beautiful work. So I went to him, and I liked what he did, and I think I had 2 made with 12 pictures. And then I wrote that little piece about the last thing seen. And what that group of pictures did, even though I don't know that those pictures are any better than my other pictures, they're not. But they just marked an important thing in my life. So I made a few portfolios, and that's how it came about. And that's the end of my speech.